everybody. I'm Connie Stewart with SimplySimpleStamping.com. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. We've got a little throwback video for you today. I'm actually recovering from shoulder surgery, and it's a little hard to stamp with just one hand. So this week I want to share a couple of really fun videos with you. I hope you find some great inspiration from what I have to share. So are you ready to get started with the throwback? Let's see what we've got today. Hey, if you were with me last week, we talked about no naked envelopes, and I shared 10 different ways you can decorate the front of an envelope to make them a little more exciting as they go through the mail. Today, we're going to talk about the backs of the envelopes. Those flaps, we need to make that nice too. As the recipient flips it over and goes to open it up, it is nice to have a little happy on the back. So let me share with you 8 great tips for decorating the backs of your envelopes. For my first flap, we are going to use some designer series paper, and I'm going to show you the quick and easy way to decorate that. I'm going to be using our multi-purpose glue. My designer series paper is just, I think it's about 5 3/4 by probably about 2 3/4. But I'm going to put my glue all over my flap, and I do want to kind of pay special attention to the edges. And to adhere that down, I'm just going to line it up like so. Let's give that a nice little back rub. And now I can just come in with my paper snips and I can trim away the excess. A really great look. How about designer series paper for the inside of the flap? Let me show you how. There's actually a die to create this. It's from the Beautiful Layers Framelits, and I have a piece of designer series paper about 3 by 6. You can see, just place the framelit on there, add my top cutting plate, and run it through the Big Shot. You can see the die, of course, is only going to cut so far, but we need this excess. I'm just going to snip it off at a little bit of an angle. I can now fold that over right here at this point. Now you will notice that the piece of designer series paper was cut a little long. So I have snipped down the ends until I got it to the size that I wanted for my envelope. Now let's add this inside. So what I want to do is just slide it into my envelope. I'm going to get it centered up. And I can feel right at that crease where that's going to go. So what I'm going to do is just add my multi-purpose glue. This is on the inside, so I'm not as worried about things being super stuck down as they try to go through the mail. I can bring that flap down, and there we go. Of course, there's always stamping on the flap, and let me show you. I did go ahead and get it started for you. I use Swirly Bird on this. I'm going to finish it off with the Melon Mambo ink pad. And I'm just going to mask off because that, of course, is the front of my envelope and I'm only getting the flap. We can come in. My masking is done. I'm good there. But you can see I continued to mask on the other parts of my envelope flap. Let's get this last one. Is that not great? I love it. Here's a fun tip. This is a hello from the Accented Bloom stamp set. So when you've got your card inside, I can come in with my multi-purpose glue. I'm going to lick the envelope shut, and then we can seal it with a focal image. But look at this one. This is a great way to step it up. I stamped with the large image from Accented Blooms. Seal my envelope shut, multi-purpose glue on the back of my focal image, and look at that. It fits right inside. Isn't that a great technique? Oh, who's not going to love receiving that? What about an embossed flap? I have the Swirls and Curls embossing folder, and you can see I've got that lined up there in my Big Shot. I can add my top cutting plate. And I can run that through the Big Shot. How beautiful is that? This is a brand new product from Stampin' Up. This is the Floral Romance seals. And I love these because they're already adhesive backed Give it a good press on your envelope. I'm telling you, these things really stick. They are going to go through the mail, but I love that look of waxed, like pressed wax. Ooh, so pretty. Now this closure is a really fun one, but this is only if you're going to be hand delivering the card. I have got the tabs for everything stamp set, and I'm going to stamp just on a scrap piece of cardstock here. Love and note. I've got a 1/2-inch circle punch, and let's punch out our words. I want to add a mini glue dot right in the center of each of these. I have about 8 inches of baker's twine. I decided to use the silver baker's twine. And I'm going to find my word love, and I'm going to attach the baker's twine to the back of it. I want to kind of make sure it's coming down straight. And we're going to add that, give it a really good press right there on the back flap of our envelope. I'm going to take my note, and let's line that up right underneath. Give that a good press. I'm now gently going to lift. I don't want to pull too tight because I don't want to pull that glue dot off, but you can see we can just wrap it in a figure 8. And if it's going to be a love note, we do have this little heart in the tabs for everything stamp set. And now we have a very fun little closure to our envelope. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 great ways to decorate the backs and the flaps of your envelopes.
Thank you again so much for joining me for the throwback video. Remember, you can find more information about this video or order any of the supplies that I used in the video over at simplysimplestamping.com, and I look forward to seeing you there. Have a fabulous day, my friends. Looking forward to stamping with you again soon. Bye-bye.